What's up, Chariot fans? It's me, Mark, bringing you toxicology. Let's freaking go! The history of poisons. Poisons were invented around 1550 BC. The earliest documented poison recipes were Egyptian hieroglyphs. In the Eber Papyrus, which is one of the earliest medical documents, in 1998 was when people started making the connection between exposure to specific substances and illness or death. A man named Moses Maimonides, oh god, that's a hard name, was the one who wrote what may be the first writings of toxicology, titled Treatise on Poisons and Their Antidotes. What is toxicology? Toxicology is a field of science that helps us to better understand the effects that poisons, chemicals, and different substances take on the human body. The study of toxicology started with studying poisons and their effects to now focusing more on safety, thus earning it the name Science of Safety. The discipline of toxicology. The discipline of toxicology is concerned with the health risks of human exposure to chemicals or radiation. Since the lethalness of a toxin is dose-dependent, the discipline of toxicology requires the knowledge of how much of a chemical is too much or how long someone can be exposed to something. Both cases that I will be showcasing come from science.org.au about drugs in sport. The first case follows a performance-enhancing drug known as anabolic steroids. They're drugs that are derived from testosterone. Testosterone is involved with the way all of the tissues in your body build up and break down, which includes your muscles. Common types of anabolic steroids are stanozolol, nanodrolone, boldenone, trenbolone, androstenedione, and just THG. So, examples of use. An American sprinter named Marion Jones used THGs to buff her sprinting potential. Case study 1. Marion Jones already had a history with steroids before she came clean with her use of it. Her first boyfriend, CJ Hunter, had originally entered the 2000 Summer Olympics, but had his credentials taken away and was banned from being his wife's coach. From then until 2007, she'd been denying any involvement with steroids. She came clean in October 2007. In January of 2008, she was sentenced to 6 months in prison. Now, Marion Jones, there wasn't really any investigation in it, except for all of her boyfriends who have been involved with steroids. So there's not really any investigation that took place about Marion Jones and her involvement with the drug. So the second case follows the 1998 Tour de France, Team Festina, and their blood doping affair. There are 3 main types of blood doping: EPOs, synthetic oxygen carriers, and blood transfusions. Blood transfusions are the main drug of choice for athletes involved with endurance-centered sports. It's commonly associated with cycling above all other sports. And higher levels of red blood cells means more oxygen getting to the muscles, which is what you'd want for an endurance-centered sport, such as cycling. Now, the case in question. The 1998 Tour de France was centered around the whole Festina team and how they were basically all blood doping. Different kinds of doping products were found in the team's car. The soigneur of their team was arrested for carrying banned substances. When officers checked the team's tour car, they found, quote, a few hundreds of grams and capsules of anabolic steroids, as well as EPO and other doping products and syringes. The Festina team were thrown out of the Tour de France shortly after the investigation had taken place. Here's the glossary for all of those hard-to-learn words that you just couldn't pick up during the presentation. The anabolic steroids, blood doping, endogenous steroids, and exogenous steroids. And of course, toxicology. The bibliography. Here you can find all the sources for these for this beautiful subject, Toxicology is just so amazing. Anyway, Chariot fans, I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. See ya!